Here's a hypothesis. Let's see if this resonates with you. Desire is the creative force of the universe. The distinction between the desirer and the desired is the illusion. The distinction between the desire and its fulfillment is the illusion. Desire is God's/the universe's inherent impulse to create, harmonize, expand, and infinitely self-express. It's the driving force behind all manifestation and the energy that propels this one consciousness to explore and express itself in an infinite myriad of forms and experiences. So don't let non-duality paralyze you. Do positive things anyway, even if you think it's coming from ego, because even if it is, doing those things will trigger the emotions and perceived limitations that need to be brought to consciousness and released. Doing expansive things in the world is an embodiment of the freedom of awakening. Intellectually deciding that desire is bad because of the ego or illusion and postponing doing things in life and achieving your goals is called spiritual bypassing. Having goals and doing things in life can be your yoga, using life experiences and challenges to expose your perceived limitations and stuck, contracted emotions, giving you the opportunity, of course, to then release them and sink back into the effortlessness of the beingness that you are even deeper. You see, your true nature is desireless and needless. On the individual level and in the relative world of form, your true desires are there to expose your fears and expose your ignorance of who you really are, so that you can release it and actually embody the freedom that you are, instead of intellectually bypassing your fears by claiming there's nothing to do. Remember, there's a big difference between a desire that comes from a belief in being a separate, limited individual whose peace, happiness, and fulfillment is dependent on achieving the desire, and the desire that arises because you recognize you are peace, happiness, and fulfillment already. Desires that arise on behalf of the ego are all about me, bound up with attachment, fear, limitation, and self-centeredness. Desires that arise on behalf of your true nature, as this streaming consciousness, are a celebration of this impersonal, omnipresent, creative power, and includes sub-desires for others to benefit from what you're imagining and creating. They're a wish for the betterment of all, including your individual self, animals, and the environment. They are expansive and bigger than your fears. They arise in dreams, meditative visions, or from downloads from the universe. They sometimes arise as impulses so subtle you would never even notice them. The mind often judges these desires as unlikely, unfeasible. It's often hyper-focused on the selfish aspect of what you want instead of recognizing its potential for interpersonal benefit. Your limited individual mind cannot even fully comprehend your true desires because it's incapable of completely understanding what it's perceiving when it's trying to interpret a vision or plan projected into your imagination from an expansive aspect of yourself. This impersonal, super intelligent, interconnected field of consciousness whose plans your limited individual mind can only partially grasp. You can trust that there's a higher dimension of yourself that knows what would be best for your evolution, learning, and growth. And you can trust that when your mind goes quiet, those flashes of inspiration you receive is your highest path downloading, so you can stop postponing. You can open up to the flow of the universe, recognizing the paradoxical interplay between being ultimately desireless and yet burning with desire to help create a more harmonious world, or to release all your limited stuck emotions and go free. Consciousness wants to experience a blissful dream of mystery, wonder, and joyous creation. You were not sent here to suffer, and suffer until you wake up to emptiness and nothingness for the rest of your life. You desire to know yourself by contrast, by forgetting your true nature, appearing to enter a world of limitation and waking back up to your true freedom so you can embody it in this lifetime and perhaps help create entirely new realities in parallel realms of existence for all we know. The absolute, the infinite, transcends all concepts of meaning, purpose, and desire. And because it's infinite, it appears in infinite iterations of meaning, purpose, and desire for us to play with. Disengaging and procrastinating and remaining paralyzed because you intellectually decided desire is part of the ego or the illusion is spiritually bypassing the fears and limiting beliefs that embracing your desires would bring up in you. Trying to feel desires that arise on behalf of trying to seek a better experience because this one isn't good enough will never truly fulfill you. Recognizing what is as already perfect does not lead to apathy or inaction. Relaxing into your true nature is full of energy, unwavering conviction, completely unattached from outcome, yet highly intentional and enthusiastic. You can be, as the saying goes, in the world, but not of the world. You may have times where you desire to do nothing, just to sit down, lie, relax, meditate, rest, and the mind may judge this as inaction. You may take a long period of time off that goes against your conditioned value of I must be productive, when you know deep down you've been running around in circles anyway. Sometimes you need to look beyond your perceptions that white knuckling with extreme effort is going to get what you want and stop for a while, so that a much more energy efficient, flow-based path to what you want can effortlessly pop into your mind and then unfold. A larger aspect of yourself knows that this time is for you to relax the mind, heal, process your emotions, and begin accessing a higher vibrational information stream. After feeling and healing your emotions, this information stream arises as inspirations, hunches, gut feelings, and synchronicities. The more you release the contracted emotions and allow the mind to calm, the more you receive the downloads and are filled with the energy to actualize them. Self-realization is the timeless aspect of awakening. Self-actualization is the time aspect, the embodiment of awakening through the journey of sometimes painful challenges, the healing of emotional wounds and traumas, and the creation of dream life experiences. Because there is a paradox within desire that must be recognized. Not all desires are created equal, are they? Some can lead to attachment and suffering if pursued from a place of lack or desperation. Discernment is key here, right? You can cultivate the wisdom to know which desires are truly in alignment with yours and others' highest good, and which are simply distractions or conditioned beliefs masquerading as your deeper truth. So it's a balancing act between flow-based action and deep rest. At times, you may feel called to pursue your desires with unwavering dedication. At other times, the most aligned action might be to simply be, and rest in the spaciousness of your true nature, and to feel out all of the stuck emotions in your body. And so as life evolves, your desires may change. What once felt so important may well fall away. Remain open and adaptable. Trust the process. Remember, your desires are not just for you. They are for the benefit of all. Let your action be infused with intentionality based on your highest values of service, love, and conscious co-creation. Notice when your actions are not in line with the highest truth. Notice when you slip back into over-efforting, contraction, attachment to the outcome. Stop, release it, and proceed with flow. Don't shy away from your desire when you're really shying away from your fears. You don't need to get stuck on the idea that spirituality means a life of passive detachment. Unless you truly want to live in an ashram or a cave, you are here to create, to express, and to fully embody the truth of who you are. We are, a dreaming consciousness. So let's not mess about with endless intellectual masturbation or sit on our ass watching the world burn just to say, I told you so. Even if you think it's all doomed to fail or may explode into dust at any moment, we can still try our best to create utopia, can't we? Open to the possibility that all of those doubts and fears are just illusions. I mean, who knows? But if you don't try, well, then you'll never know, will you? Peace.